Very good morning, students. We are started to think about the burial places and books, what it said, and books already we said about Rig Veda. Now we are thinking about the burial spot and what all information we are getting from the burial spot. And we have seen some of the things in last chapter about the weapons and the ornaments, what they used and other things, and how was their burial places and other things, and finding out about the social differences. With the help of burial places, can we find out any social differences that we are going to think? Means if the according to social differences, for example Brahmin, Kshatriya, like that, in burial place also any differences are there or not, that we are going to think. Archaeologists think that the object found with a skeleton probably belonged to the dead person. Sometimes more objects are found in one grave than in another. Means each and every burial spot they find out, the archaeologists they find out different things. In some area they got one item, or some area they got different items. Then find out Brahmagiri on map 2, page number 13, and that is the first lesson map. And here the one skeleton was buried with 33 gold beads and 2 stone beads and 4 copper bangles and 1 conch shell. Means the one person, he was buried with different things in Brahmagiri, and other skeleton have only a few pots. In other skeleton what they got, that with some of the pots only they find out, and these finds suggest that there was some differences in status amongst the people who were buried. Some maybe according to the rich and poor, or in some of the village headman, or the king, or not like kings nowadays, the priest of that area, like that. Some special people, they was getting special type of burial than the other people, like that the archaeologists they are find out, they are getting the conclusion like that. And were some burial spots meant for certain families? We know if it is the public burial place, it is not meant for any people, it is meant for everyone. We are thinking in the olden days, in the megalithic time, there was like that any special burial places for any people, like that we are going to think. Sometimes the megalithics contains more than one skeleton. Means in one burial ground itself, not only one, many skeleton they archaeologists they find out, and this indicates that the people perhaps belonging to the same family were buried in the same place through not at the same time, though it was not in the same time. They got maybe 3 or 5 skeleton from the same burial spot, and from the archaeologists what they are finding out, because when they are checking the age of that that from that they are understood that from one family there was one spot, and they are burying one person. Then after that maybe this year in 2020, after 2025-30, another person, one dying, he is also burying the same place because they are from the same family. Then after 2050, another one person die, that person also burying the same ground. And when the historical time, after 1000 years or 100 years, when we are opening that graveyard, we may get like the skeleton of many persons from one area, because it was the family, like that the archaeologists they are finding out. So, and it was not the same time, because the age of the skeleton it is varied, and the bodies of these who died later were brought into the grave through the portals and stone circle, or the boulders placed on the surface probably served as the sign spots to find out the burial site, so that people could return to the same place whenever they wandered, means the person, the one person dying, they will bury that person, the next person, like that they are burying. Afterwards they are making the circle like that, the burial ground, it was given the picture here. They are making like this circle, stone circle, and making like that. This is the marking that where their particular family members are buried. If I know how we made that that particular shape of around our graveyard, then I can very easily find out my ancestors were they already buried. Whenever they need that time, again they can come to that place. So we discuss about two things. The burial, from the burial ground we can see, with the archaeologists they understood, according to the position of the person, there was different types of different groups of people, according to they was getting different types of burial also. Then another one thing, second thing what we understood, for particular family they had particular burial spot they had, because the archaeologists they find out different skeleton from the same graveyard, but the time time of that fossil or the age of the fossil was different. From that the archaeologists understood it is in different time. Now also we know the graveyard, if we are going to the Christian church graveyard burial place, we can see some of the old church they are having like that the family burial place, and they are the father, mother and children, they are burying in the same grave that place. And in some churches it is not like that common, and who is dying, according to that they will get the order, according to that it is burying. And if you are going to the think about the Hindu community here in India, maximum it is not burying, instead of that we are burning the dead body. If we are doing the with the fire, we are putting fire on that dead body, and that's why we can't find out like that any skeleton. But after that the collecting the ashes and putting to the sacred rivers like Ganga and other things, that is the custom of Hindus now present. And when we are thinking about olden days, their custom was different, like that we can understand. So we want to compare with what we got the idea from archaeologist or historian. At the same time we want to associate that things with our daily life. So what all the religions are available in your area, you can ask to your friends or to your parents like that, how they are conducting their burial, and are they keeping like that family burial places, or for the those who are having the positions like a president, former president of India, or former prime minister of India, they are getting any special burial place or not, like that you can ask and find out the details. So we are stopping here, and we will continue in next video.